Hello, and welcome to a middle of the day stream here. Fargo Retro bringing you Stellaris 2.0. The Apocalypse expansion to Stellaris just released today, and I couldn't help myself. I got a little block of free time here, and just absolutely had to play. Sue launched the game here, and even it wants to really hammer home some of the changes here. So it says Stellaris 2.0. Stellaris has changed quite dramatically in 2.0, including a complete overhaul of the way FTL travel works. Overall, you can expect the pace of expansion to be much more measured and deliberate, and you have a much greater choice over which star systems you want to control. You will need to use your construction ships to build star bases that control systems and defend your borders. Star bases can be upgraded with shipyards to construct military fleets, or turned into mighty fortresses able to defend vital choke points and strategically important systems. Admirals have grown in importance as well, as you will now have a limit on how many ships you can have in a single fleet. In place of one of the massive armada in 2.0, it will be key to ensure multiple fleets are positioned correctly so they can respond to any threat in your borders, whether it be from the new, more aggressive pirates or hostile space empires. The war system has changed as well. You will now need to make claims on an enemy's territory before declaring war on them. This means it is now possible to wage a limited war for a single system without having to fight a long attritional struggle for it. Larger conflicts have changed as well, with the arrival of the Colossus in the Apocalypse expansion. The Colossus is a planet-killer superweapon that can be equipped with various armaments, one of which is capable of shattering a planet entirely. We hope you're ready for Apocalypse. Due to the size and scope of the changes, save games before version 2.0 will not be compatible with version 2.0. If you wish to continue your old save in version 1.9, then follow the forum link below and read the thread, How to Revert Stellaris in Previous Version. So we'll go ahead and leave that available here. I'm going to go ahead and start a new game, and with that, we're actually going to go ahead and make a new empire quick. So give me just a moment here, and we'll take a look at... Man, we're gonna need to make some changes here. Oh. Doing a little social media blast here. One moment. It's cool, there's that little live video there. But we will go ahead and make a new empire here. Using some of the options that are newly available here to us. So, click into the video here. Sorry, I'm just figuring out how this all works here. I don't know how the internet works. Okay. Go ahead and tweet. Alright, so got that out in the Twitter nurse. So let us go ahead. And first thing I want to jump into is there are a lot of balances and changes here. I have save resource production. There's a couple of options of gameplay changes we can do here. Life seeded or post-apocalypse. Changes there. Just wilderness, authoritarian, xenophobe. That's some new stuff, but I think I know how I'm gonna play here. Can I use border friction, diplomatic influence? Okay, so I'm gonna go with an egalitarian. So we're gonna do faction influence gain plus 15, consumer goods cost minus 10. Utopian living standards, academic privilege, living standards. Should I go with that? We'll full on fanatic egalitarian xenophile. I'm going to use life seeded, and then I am going to also do we'll do idealistic foundations, right? Okay, well, looks like a good start of a little government. So we're fanatic egalitarian, and we'll be a xenophiles, life seeded, and idealistic foundation. Let's go ahead and we'll pick a default species. I have a lot of mods here that are purely cosmetic in nature. You can see kind of XCOM, Warhammer, various fantasy stuff was added to the game basically. Let's see what do we got here. We'll get some humanoids. Machines. Would be good. Oh yes, happy butterflies, huh? I like it. I like it. All right, so let's come up with a name for our peacefaring species here. Uplifted. Upliftian. The Uplifted are a primitive race of slug-like creatures for the Uplifters. Council found them millennia ago. A observation post is left behind on their perfect world with the intention of leaving this pristine world alone. A sort of control variable in the Uplifter Council's galactic experiments. However, the Uplifter Council's empire came to an end in the chaos. A small group of idealistic scientists made their refuge on the outpost above Pan Pacifica. From there, engaged in their last attempts to create a perfect that would live on beyond themselves. We'll just do that for now. Just very, very brief. Got some names here. Arthropoid. That looks good there. So our traits. We're going to want to be sociologists for sure. We'll also go with intelligent sociologists. Fleeting. Don't want to min-max anymore. Non-adaptive. Might as well, huh? Non-adaptive and something else. We got one more trait. Adaptive and thrifty. Alright, so this means that we're going to be better at all research, but we'll also have an additional society bonus. We'll have an energy credit bonus. We won't be as habitable on certain planets, but that's okay because we're picking life-seeded, and fleeting. So we'll see how that all works out. I'm curious to see how this will work then. So life-seeded, homeworld, preferences, making other types undesirable. So Pacifica... Oh, the Pacifica, what would be a good star name? Something serene. Serenity. Random. I don't think it matters what we pick there. Pick a city type. What looks good? That looks good. Avian cities look good. They look like they would fit. Next, government and ethics. So I gotta pick a government type. Only a democracy. Alright. Representative democracy.
You seem overworked. Have you considered joining a union?
Democratic. Free. The Alliance of Pacifica. I like that. I like that. Alright, let's take a look at some of our... So we got a lot of options here, but we will just go with... Looks like they were uplifted. This has always been one of my favorite flags to do the secondary is the primary is black and the secondary as a blue of some type. Do avian ships as well. Those look good. I don't really care about that. Go ahead and save them and let's go. So we made a nice little race here. We'll go ahead and get a forearms. I like to randomize some of this stuff here. Marauder Empires, Fallen Empires, Tech Tradition Cost, Habitable Worlds, Primitive Civilizations, Crisis Strength, Mid-Game Start, Endgame Start, Hyperlane Density, we'll pull that down. Alright. See what we got here. I'm really looking forward to this game. You know, Stellaris has been probably my favorite new game over the last couple years, and this expansion really addressed one of two of the biggest issues I have with the game. It didn't address the primary issue of the game in that there's nothing to really do other than fight wars. But it did fix the wars that were broken. So we still have the problem that there's nothing to do other than, you know, paint the map and fight wars, and that's kind of boring. But we'll deal with that. I have a feeling now that they've fixed the war, they've fixed like the trade, they've fixed the map generation. So we're gonna see how this all goes. So in the eons since the first primitive, the uplifted communities took shape in the idyllic valleys and lush forests of Pacifica, our civilization has spread and prospered. The vast world we call home has always been a paradise to our kind, and as our scientific knowledge progressed, we began to see patterns in the biosphere that could not be natural. Did some unknown entity create this world specifically for us? Are we playing a part in a greater design? Regardless of its origin, our people have thrived in the pleasant climate and gentle environment of our homeworld. Now, after the discovery of our hyperlane network, the finest minds of the Alliance of Pacifica have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Awesome. So let's see how it looks here. So you'll notice that the biggest change to the game then, the biggest immediate change to the game is the borders here. No longer does your empire push out influence. You can only have something in your borders if you have a star base around the star here. So we start out with a small fleet. I don't know where this base is. Here it is. Okay, so this is our new starport. It's a Starhold. It's pretty cool. Let's see what we can do for modules. Shipyard. May build one ship at a time in parallel with other shipyards. We have a shipyard already. Anchorage. Naval capacity, gun battery, missile battery, or a trading hub. So let's go ahead and plop a trading hub down. I have a feeling I'm going to need that right away. Take a look at our researches. And it looks like the prices have gone up quite a bit, which is probably a good thing. I'm not going to say it's not. So we'll go ahead and take a look. We'll go with the physics lab to increase that growth speed there. And we'll take minerals there. Perfect. So we'll have some starting research. Looks like it'll take about 5-10 years. 5 years for the average research to finish there. Excuse me. Let's see, what else do we have here? Opening minerals there. Opening fleet and a science ship. So go ahead and start the game. We'll set our science ship send it off to explore. Meanwhile, our construction ship here steams forward to build some mines up on this over here. So, yeah, again, Paradox, they make what's called grand strategy games, and most of their games are historical in nature. This is the only one that's ahistorical. Obviously, none of this stuff has happened yet. Not that it couldn't, but in some respects, oof, what we got here? So we got a nice set of tomb worlds here. So these were inhabited worlds at some point, likely, and they appear to be. That one's a tomb world, and then that one's a tomb world up here. So we'll see what we got here. So tomb worlds are, let's see, a rocky world with a nitrogen oxygen atmosphere. It is currently experiencing a nuclear winter with dense layers of sooty aerosols in the atmosphere, high levels of surface radiation, minimal signs of life. However, on the second planet here, discovery of alien life, we have found a startling discovery. The moon is teeming with alien life. The first time we have encountered alien life that did not occur in our solar system. So we'll take a look here. Lush. Yeah, it's a nice little planet. Too bad all planets are uninhabitable to us. We can only accept other Gaian planets. Buzz with the new alien organisms. These little evolutionary marvels kindle in the uplifted people a renewed hope of first contact with intelligent beings. That's pretty fun. So, take our construction ship here and get ready to expand our empire out a little bit into this one. I don't really know.
Construction complete.
I don't really know how the pacing of the game will change or anything like that, but we will find out. So we are just spacing it up here. So another thing that's changed, it used to be as long as you were outside the gravity well, you could jump. But now, you actually have to get into a sort of position to jump at. You know, these sort of spots appear to be jump spots, if you will. Do that. We'll set that up to survey in that manner. Push out. A lot of research in this system, so we'll want to set up shop here as soon as this last little bit of the system is surveyed. That's another nice feature, is you no longer have to just survey the star, you have to survey the whole system. You know, I can't say that the computer was doing any cheating or anything like that, but you know, that always struck me as something that kind of felt clunky and unintuitive. There's a lot of research in this system, so Continental World 21. That don't matter to me. I'm hoping to get robots up pretty quick. I think that is a good way to deal with some of the negative traits here. But yeah, we are just gonna enjoy a little bit of gaming here. I'll probably get about another hour or so, so we'll see what we got going on. You know, the aesthetics of Stellaris it's definitely one of their tighter games too. Is it just, you know, the graphics look very sharp. Music is excellent in my opinion. Some of the best game music. It's really hitting on the sort of 80s retro wave vibe. Turn up a little bit. So, let's ship. Go ahead and explore this. We are looking to get some of this science up and running. If I can, I'll be able to basically double my physics production here if I, you know, once I'm done with this system. What is the red? Must be the armor then. Cool. But yeah, I definitely recommend Paradox games if you're anything sort of strategy or you know, historical in nature. Space 4X, obviously this is a Space 4X, but you know, you can't go wrong. This is probably my favorite Paradox game out of the box, if not a little bland and uninteresting, and I think they've done a really good job of updating this game, maybe even relative to like Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 2 for a long time was my favorite Paradox game. But Hearts of Iron 3, they really lost me. Hearts of Iron 3 was not very good, and while Hearts of Iron 4 is a return to form and it's not too bad, I don't really play it. So hey, looks like we've had, you know, some people pop in. That's pretty cool. You know, I know my internet speed's not the best, so you know, the YouTube channel might be another way to watch some of this stuff. If you know, if you're interested in it, I'm gonna start adding some of my Stellaris videos to YouTube. You know, I'm working on my internet situation, and encountered fellow wanderers amongst the stars. Are they attacking me? No, they're just hanging out. They are just hanging out. Huh? Alright, so we got a decent amount of energy surplus there, which is nice. Very mineral poor. Let's see what we can do about that. Search. decent. It seems like the best. Yeah, I mean, that seems like the most appropriate thing to build, though. So I'm not gonna move them any. Pop growth is still growing. Growth 1 a month, so take about 3-4 years there for that character to come through. Yeah, so it looks like at least 3 people stopped in. If y'all are still watching, thanks for stopping in, and if not, definitely interesting. That appreciate the click through and all that, and we're gonna just keep continuing to work on improving our casting ability as well as working on getting our frickin' internet improved.
Construction complete.
Increase the game speed just a little bit here. This science ship has to slow boat all the way across. That's what we used to call it in EVE Online.
Evading hostiles.
Hostile alien fleets and evading them.
Construction complete.
So we'll send our first fleet up, our first combat fleet, because I don't know why. Take a look and see what's going on in this system here. Go ahead and start that event change. It's a decent event chain. Hostiles, quite a bit. Stellar crystals, a number of hostile stellar crystals, so we will pull them back for now. Arctic. Alright, we got our first Unity tradition here, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. Pop speed go. Colony development speed. Expansion's always a good one. Discovery is always a good one. I used to always pick expansion as my opener, but I've switched to discovery over time. It just makes sense. There's no fleet manager too, so let's go ahead. Civilization, they're currently Renaissance, having left the Middle Ages behind them. Cool, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for. So we found ourselves a possible species to uplift and integrate. So that's going to be kind of our MO, is we're going to want to keep the Gaia planets for ourselves, and then uplift other species and maybe have them colonize stuff for us, integrate them into our society, and have them uplift stuff. So we will see about that.
Anomaly detected.
How do I just set that? Add ship design to fleet. The crew's reporting they found something spectacular on Tweez 6. On the surface lies traces of an exploratory expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. Sell it to a private collector, or we can take it home for research. Go ahead and take it home for research. That seems appropriate. Oof. That's a lot of biology we don't quite have yet. But that is okay. Because we are getting there. Move up and, actually... station and then move there. You stay at the anchorage you're at.
Survey complete.
Okay, reinforce all, I got you. So there's not an individual reinforce though, that's kind of dumb. Okay. But that should get that to auto build. That's pretty cool. And we are just cruising along here.
Technology discovered. Construction complete.
Ourselves a physics. Physica. Modifier, assist research. Go ahead and do assist research.
Construction complete.
And spaceport. Let's get another
Anomaly
science ship or two
detected.
going. Research another anomaly. And, you know, drown the dock door. Someone has towed an asteroid into stable orbit. That's fun. Go ahead and recruit a general here. Leader lifespan. Gale speed. Gale speed. There we go. Second science ship up and researching. We'll want to bring the fleet up to, I don't know, 10 maybe.
Construction complete.
Build another little outpost.
Technology discovered. Survey complete.
Grow speed. Edicts. Go with the edicts. Seem too good to pass up. Recruit. Okay. So we'll get you going here. Fill off this arm here. So we got a pulsar there, most likely. Black hole. Yeah, I like the pacing here a little bit. I really do. Is there something I'm missing here? It's 8 energy? Oh, there's 2 3s. Okay. Scientists are leveling up. So got a nice little start here.
Construction complete.
I definitely think there's some value in slowing the early game down a bit. I really do. So I'm very appreciative of that. Station.
Anomaly detected.
Interesting. Found some traders of some type. That's pretty cool. Got ourselves another Unity already. boldly go. Go ahead and take the...
Construction.
You know, obviously the game has sort of a star... It was designed to have a Star Trek theme with the science ships. And I don't think they quite get there. I can see what they're trying to do. We've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on E9R915. From what we've translated so far of their language, we have learned that these aliens called themselves the Irasian Concordat. They were an interstellar power that held sway over this region of galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. They appear to have been 6-limbed mammalians, and there are several references to some sort of plague called the Javorian Pox, which swept across their empire with devastating results, possibly leading to their extinction. Sounds pretty dope. Not for them, but... Fleet manager, reinforce. Build a ship. I guess it's hard to read that.
Construction complete.
Doing plenty of stuff in there. Okay. And we are just cruising along with Unity. We have 2 things in 5 years, along with some research. Can't complain about that. Let's go ahead and tech up a laser. And we'll want to build another science ship. Mutagen Merchant League. Perfect. That is good stuff. And so we are waiting a little bit there while that finishes up. Let's get ourselves a... None of these guys are very good for what we're trying to do here. Okay. Nope. $18.21 and 7. $18.22 and 7. Not a huge bump, obviously, but you know, it's important to get that process started. And you'll see up the Unity tree here, we have, you know, this one here produces 1 Unity per science skill. Faith in science is a great tech, so maybe we'll have them do some resurveying before we worry about that too much, though. So let's actually have you do a little surveying first. Survey, 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 survey. Have you maybe get some experience up a little bit before we worry too much about you. Go ahead and build another outpost. Anomaly detected. Monthly Unity bump. Pretty decent monthly Unity bump. Go ahead and do biolabs. Surface. What are we doing here? Some more people, some food. Go ahead and build a farm here when they ticks over. Tecton monument. Okay, found a asteroid with a bunch of resources. We detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon on the edge of the Tazri system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has formed here, creating a wormhole that our scientists speculate may provide a conduit through subspace to another wormhole located somewhere else in our galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessel foolish enough to pass through it would be ripped apart in seconds. The Tazri wormhole. That's pretty dope.
Survey complete.
boost our mineral production here a little bit.
Survey complete.
I set you to survey everything, huh? Buildings that can be upgraded. Not with my income it does. Doesn't.
Construction complete.
Okay.
Construction complete.
Minor mandate fulfilled. Gain some unity. That's pretty cool. Better than gaining influence, I think, in my opinion, because I'd always well, I guess either way. Either way. Hey, buddy, what's up? I got another person on the stream here. Hope you're hoping you're having a good day there, Mr. Gross. It looks like has joined the stream here. So, playing a little Stellaris 2.0. It's a expansion that just came out today. It fundamentally changed the way Fallout, or excuse me, Skyrim is played. Apocalypse, Fallout, same thing. What do we got here? Gain research points equal to 1/10 of our monthly gain when surveying planets. So it'd be like 1.8 to 2 per one, or we gain some research alternatives. So let's start going down that path. Leader experience, yeah. Just because we'll want to bring them one of those guys back to assist in some research. Built the 2 mining stations there, and we'll move forward. Yeah. Good stuff.
Survey complete.
And double that size of that fleet, and then we might be able to see what's going on in this chunk of space. On the shoulders of giants. It appears that the asteroid X9758 and the surrounding debris originate from a former planet. Deep within the center of the asteroids, we can find traces of extremely valuable minerals. These are also hints of bacterial life that has now died in the vacuum of space. This shows us that celestial body once bore the promise of advanced life. The continental world. Nothing for your boy to colonize, huh? That's fun. Custom AI assistant. It seems like a ceramic container is circling the Ulber star. Let's do that. Finish that first before moving on. Cool, cool, cool. Wow, so far I'm liking the pacing. It's kind of slowed the game down a little bit, made me a little more focused. And I feel like I'm staying more active just kind of across the board, which is probably a good thing. Maybe I'll go and do that anomaly. So y'all got some research here too. 3. So this one's probably 3. Seems to be a lot more resources in space, which is nice. Gives you a reason to actually go into these systems too.
Technology discovered.
Technology discovered. Biolab. Off-world Trading company. +2. That seems like a more appropriate thing to do.
Construction complete.
Construction complete. Yeah, I don't know. There's nowhere.
Survey complete.
Especially I want to go, but that's okay.
Construction complete.
Actually start focusing down some of this energy that's just sitting here. Yeah, we're starting to go over budget on our energy, so we'll get some of that feeding in. And the blue lasers come through in a second.
Discovered.
Boom. Exploration's nice. Research speed +5 though. That's what we'll do there. I'll take a look at our ship designer. Yeah, I thought that would upgrade to that.
Ships upgraded.
Nice.
Anomaly detected.
Research that anomaly. Upgrading the fleet where possible. Start some of this up, I suppose.
Construction complete.
There we go. Positive on that. There we go. What do we
Special
is on
project
his
complete.
here? Tianki. Space cows just grazing the wilderness of the vacuum. Sounds like a good time, that's for sure.
Survey complete.
5 or higher, huh? Alrighty then.
Construction complete.
Be back here to do this research.
Special project complete.
Crystalline entities.
Log updated.
Finishes in 23 months. That's no point now. That's okay. We don't really know what we're gonna do with that anyway, so. Ceramics is good stuff. Yeah, I definitely think I'm staying more active in the early game, which is nice. You know, I can't say that it's much. You know, I don't know. I don't know.
Special project complete.
Okay, be for now.
Special project.
President. The crystalline entity is the name itself, a compromise between rival factions of xenobiologists and xenogeologists on Pacifica are most definitely alive. Some overly conservative members of the Uplifting Academy elite say they are silicate animate matter and they have little in common with biological life. The vast majority of the Alliance of Pacifica's populates reject that regressive perspective, instead turning their eyes forward the fascinating new horizon that the crystalline entity represent. They are somewhat regrettably solitary beings, each individual crystal sovereign, rarely seen more than with one sentinel and a smaller cohort entity. Aside from the cohort sentinel clearly being subservient to the sovereign of the group, the subtle nuances of the crystalline entity's socio-hierarchical relationships are lost on us, which does not stop these dynamics from being the subject of fevered study on Pacifica. The entities do not seem to mate, and we have yet to observe any crystals that are recognizably older or younger than others. Contrary to an early hypothesis, the shifts in hue between individual crystalline entities seem to be related not to their age, but to their latent internal charge, which can be violently unleashed, and it appears as though sporadic fluctuations of this charge alter the refractive properties of the crystal. This knowledge will surely be a great boon to our scientists. Plus 10 physics, or yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We got a new campaign underway for our Presidente, huh? So two that are about equal. Physics research. I wouldn't support you once, and just hopefully you retain it. I don't want my nice, big fat explorer coming home, so we will do that. Keep an eye on where our minerals are going. And off we go.
Anomaly detected.
Research.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
I don't know where to expand.
Log updated. Log updated.
A new ruler. Boo. It's one of our scientists. Okay, I'll take that, I guess. Get a nice young, spark a genius person in there. Just kind of waiting to build up some more minerals, so that way we can
Anomaly detected.
Nice. Big boost to society there. Cells. Interesting. Go ahead and push an outpost out farther, I suppose, this way. Olbers looks kind of mineral rich, so we'll trend that way. Pre-sapients are the best.
Survey complete.
Pre-sapient researchers. Okay, cool. Pre-sapient strongs are the best, but that is ookie dookie. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Tegalian system. The strong and... Is that not something I... There we go. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Tegalian system. The strong residual subspace signatures that surrounds the station indicate that it may be part of a gateway of sorts, part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it could be restored in working order, its owner would potentially be able to access any other functional gateways in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distance in a matter of days. Neat. It's kind of like the Mass Effect relays. We got a wormhole and one of those, so that is cool. Polytechnic education. So the leaders should all gain faster levels, which is nice. Got ourselves a faction with a huge bonus. Look at that. Look at that. Full support amongst the Liberty Now network. That is great. Anti-autocratic, free movement, reproductive freedoms, anti-caste. That is cool. Master's teachings. After many weeks of study, our expert linguists have unearthed the meaning behind the documents on 2 years before. Documents were philosophical ponderings of a famous scholar, only referred to as Talicia, the Teller of Tales. Her teachings have provided us with much better insight on how to gain political results by applying different states of mind and use larger scale questions of focus reform. That's neat. So what do we got there? Courage. Master's teachings. Research speed, society plus 10. Empire. Leader capacity plus 1. Last 13 years for 90 influence. That seems pretty reasonable. So let's go ahead and click that in.
Survey complete.
And we'll do map the stars too.
Log updated.
Derelict cruiser. Derelict my butt. That's not nice.
Construction complete.
So anything in this system I want to tag? No, we'll move on to the next one already. Just right off the bat, and then we will fleet manager it up. Reinforce. So pretty quickly here, we're going to want to try... That's so many... It's like 1,000. Corvettes, 20. Useless. Alright.
Complete.
Xeno Tolerance League. No purges. Enclaves. Recent Enlightenment. Diplomacy Traditions. Land grab objections. Federated. New contact.
Construction complete.
Wish more people were in this one. But that is all right.
Discovered.
Discovered research speed. We will take that. Basic combat roles. Fusion reactor. The fusion chamber. We got another probably 10 minutes more play, and then I gotta get to class. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was a fun little first video here of Stellaris 2.0. I might even try and get it up on my YouTube channel here while I'm at class. So that might be kind of fun. Because this was a pretty quick run, and I liked it. So we will
Survey complete.
see here. We will see what happens to the uplifters.
Construction complete.
Next month, we should be able to do. Oh. I'm less eager to worry about the fleet just because it's going to take them so much time to. I'm not even going to build up to the level they need to be at anyway, so probably be for now.
Technology
Discovered. Off-road. Trade across interstellar distances per set of new challenge. Set of challenges to overcome. Blah blah blah. It's a new tech, but I'm not too interested in what they're trying to say. Let's see, what do we got here? Where's Starhold? Alright.
Technology discovered.
Alright. Robots. Once I can build robots, some of those planets become colonizable. Neon. Some more minerals.
Construction
All these juicy
complete.
parts. Leader has gained a level. That is pretty dope. Pretty dope indeed. Alright, let us finish her up here so we make it to the end of 2015. Or 2215 maybe. Substance abuser? That's not good. So basically tripled my, or added about a third to my mineral income here in a very short period of time, which is pretty nice. But we're getting back to hitting the energy cap again. So
Construction complete. Log updated. Survey complete.
too fun. So probably save it here at the end of this year and call it. But my first couple thoughts on Stellaris is I'm enjoying the pacing. It does feel like they're trying to slow the game down, but give you more actionable items to do. And I'm definitely appreciating that. So from that perspective, I think the upgrade is a big win. I still don't see it. You know, I can still see where combat will. You know, I guess I can't talk about that, but I know they haven't really explicitly addressed it. But even slowing the game down, I think, takes some of the edge off of the constant need to, you know, kind of think in terms of military and painting your borders and whatever. But we will see how that all shakes out over the next couple hours. Improved reactor booster. I don't know. Reactor booster. I'm not using those. Energy grid. Go ahead and do that one. But yeah, so I definitely am very positive, very much enjoying my first little bit of the game here, and I look forward to recording a little bit more and maybe uploading some tonight and tomorrow and whatever. So so yeah, good times. Here, another 6 months or so. Maybe once we get that, discovering, research, and an ascension slot. That's pretty dope.
Anomaly detected.
Research.
Construction complete. Ships upgraded.
Ooh-wee. Got some mineable resources in space to build towards, which is nice. We'll do that. I think that was the end of the period I was talking about. So, but I gotta just play 5 more minutes, I swear. Either a Unity or a tech. Probably to both. Clear the text. Birth of space piracy. As space becomes more common, space travel common from place. Pacifica, the Smiling Disciples. So where are they at? And we'll see. That's interesting that sort of space piracy one comes up still.
Complete.
Especially if they're in here somewhere that I don't know about. Very interesting. Upgrade that. Reinforce. He's getting decent experience. It'll take a couple of days.
Complete. Construction complete.
Liberty Now Network. I liked when 100% of the population was supporting us there. That was pretty great. Living metal discovered. Detailed surface scans have identified a large impact crater. That's a pretty good event.
Survey complete.
Just for fun, we'll see how long it would take to get living metal. 1,037 months. We'll get back to robot workers. There we go. 7 Unity per month. That should go up to about 9 here as soon as I pick my next Unity.
Construction complete.
And he did not end up leveling up at all. That's fantastic. Okay, clear all our techs, and then we'll clear these 2 techs, and then we'll go. I gotta go. Crap.
Technology discovered.
Meter lifespan, ETA cost, growth speed, energy siphon. I feel like energy siphon's the way to go. That station.
Technology discovered.
Gotta. Just gotta. Double the unity I get from from my assist research, and then I think they increases the amount of research gain as well. So it's absolute must. It's really coming along here, so I do maybe Unity and then Harmony. I don't know. Figured out. So, alright, well, thank you for watching my first run here, and I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun bringing it to you, and we will hopefully bring more of this content here in the future. So, thank you for watching, and take care.